How's it going? So I'm so excited. My friend Craig, Z's Farms, who grows all the flowers for me. He grows like zinnias and he grows dahlias, and then he has other stuff that he grows for me too. And this week he brought in a bucket of marigolds. I'm so excited. I love marigolds. I love them especially too come November, like when we're doing Dia de los Muertos. The thing about marigolds, and my friend Claire was telling me about this too, is having marigolds in the gardens helps keep evil spirits away from your garden, which I really like because I don't want any evil spirits in the garden. Period. That's easy. Craig was like, they're really nice and they're long, but they're not the non-fragrant kind. Good. I love marigolds and I love the way that they smell. I think that that's so fabulous. So that's what we're going to use today for our arrangement is these pretty marigolds back here. They're just absolutely gorgeous and they smell so good. I also like to cook with them. I like to put them in salads. I infused marigold vodka last year. It just has that really unique marigold smell. And I know that some people don't like marigolds, but I love the smell. And I like that kind of a bittery fragrance that it has too. It's just wonderful. So I think that's pretty great too. So so we're gonna make marigold stuff today. What you doing, Elle? Eleanor's she's traipsing around looking, make sure everything's good back here. So she's just making sure she's down there. But yeah. So we are gonna do we're gonna use these orange marigolds in this arrangement. And I think this is what we're gonna use. So I'm so excited. I grow pokeberry and let pokeberry come up in the yard because I love it for arrangements. I just like the way that it looks. And I know that, if you're cooking pokeberry, you have to cook it for a long period of time to make sure that it's not poisonous. But there's poke salad, that you can make from the pokeberry. And so we're going to use that inside here. I like that it gets kind of pendulous too. Look at that. What are you going to do? You're going to want to turn on me. That's okay. I got a couple other pieces in here. We'll add a couple more pieces. But look at those berries. They look so pretty. And I just love having them in the garden. And there we go. We're going to peel off a few of these. I think it's going to be a great addition to the marigolds. Pretty. Trim that off so that'll go down inside there, kind of like that, maybe. Maybe I'll pull some more of that off and go that way. See, they're going to want to turn around on me because they're heavy. And we'll just get that finished later. Oh, look. See, and you get it on you. There's that. So, yep. It will dye your hands. Yes, it will. There we go. I got to get a little thing here. There we go. Rip it off. The little berries. Yeah. Birds love the berries. Birds love the berries on the pokeberry. And so, that's where it came from. Is that little berry right there? This is why I have my compact pruner from Dram, so that I can get rid of that. There we go. Maybe I will use a piece of hydrangea. That would be pretty in here too. With the pokeberry. And I think I'm going to throw a hydrangea in here too, or two. Because I like it to be unexpected, right? I think that's kind of fun. Hydrangeas and marigolds would be really fun. Almost complementary colors, right? Cut that a little bit shorter. There. Look at those. Yeah, it's going to look awesome. Right? And you know what? Blue and orange. So you know what? I'm going to grab a little bit of... Sorry. I did not leave you. Here I am. another bucket over there with my blue viburnum berry. I think that's going to be pretty in here too. So let's use a little bit of that in here. That needs to be a little shorter. I love this vase. So this is the Rio Cache, the smaller size. They make the big Rio Cache, which was for years and years and years and years my favorite vase. And then they came out with the smaller version. It's made by Garcia Group Glass, which is 100% post-consumer recycled glass. And I love the shape of it. It's a smart vase, which means that it's tapered, has a bulbous bottom so that we can add more water, that's helpful. And then it has a narrow neck so that it groups the flowers together. They are also very conscientious about the thickness of the glass, so you can thumb them, meaning that you can pick them up with your thumb and pick up the vase like that, so you can put your thumb in there. But that's very important to Pete Garcia, so he wanted to make sure that you can thumb these. And so that's what you do. And so then we are going to use our marigolds. Oh, they smell, okay, so I just wish that you could be here because we had smell-o-vision. You could smell it. Look at how pretty those are. They're just stunning. And you know what? I mean, they're bright, bright, bright orange. So you will want to make sure you check out our Instagram and our Facebook to see the pictures of these. You saw the picture too on the beginning of this episode too, when you're tuning in for it. But I just love marigolds. And so now again, we're going to remove any of the foliage that's going to fall below the water line. And when we do that, it smells like marigolds. It's going to fill the whole house with fragrance. I love that. So, if you love the smell of marigolds, this is a wonderful, wonderful bouquet. If you're not crazy about them, this is not your cup of tea. That's okay. We all do not have to like the same things. I just happen to love the marigolds. So, if any of you saw the movie Coco, which my friend Sandy Luna, who's so sweet, down in Tucson, sent me a copy of the book, the children's book, Coco, that's signed by the person who wrote the original story that they originated the screenplay for Disney. So yeah, I mean, that's one of my treasured wonderful things. Sandy, again, one of those great friends that we've met here never met in person yet. Sandy, Sandy, I don't know if you recall, if you're watching out there today, that one of the first things that you sent me was a marigold made of paper, along with a carnation. But I just love the marigolds. Oh, just so beautiful. So the fragrance is what draws the spirits back for us on Dia de los Muertos. And it's so funny. Sandy also made a paper mache figurine for me for Dia de los Muertos. And it looks like my friend Dorothy Swanson, and who was my other mom. She was the lady, she was my nanny. She took care of me. It was funny because Sandy sent me that, and Sandy didn't know Dorothy or anything like that, but she sent it to me, and it's going like this. And Dorothy would always go, "Oh, look," and she would walk around and put her hand out like this all the time, and it was just really funny. And so I just think that's hilarious, and I think that's fun. So I love it, and so I get it out every year for Dia de los Muertos. Thank you, Sandy, and celebrate with that. So let's put this guy right down in the center. Nice and deep. Look at that. I love the way that the hydrangeas look with them. Pretty, right? Craig was worried. Well, these are going to be so fragrant. Perfect. Give me more. I just love them. Oh, smells so good. And just the other day, my friend Claire, sent me some marigolds to plant in the garden for protection. And so I got those all planted in the garden, and they're starting to bloom now. So thank you, Claire. That's wonderful. And look at how that's pendulous. Look at that. It's so heavy. The bloom is heavy. Boom, 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 boom. So great. It's going to bounce around in there. Oh, I just can't get over the fragrance. Wish we had smell-o-vision. Yeah, it smells so good. So in my vase, I have used Chrysal Professional 3, and I also threw a bit of some CBBN tablets down in there, so that because marigolds have a fuzzy stem, and they're going to make the water, they're going to create bacteria in the water faster. And so if we use a little bit of that CBBN tablet, that's going to prevent that. Okay. Now I love that, and I think that it's, look at that. It's very unique. I've got those pretty pieces of the pokeberry in there, but then these are just some reclaims from this last week. Look at that. My zinnias from last week. And you know what? Because I like things to be nice and full, and I like texture in there, I'm going to grab a couple of orange zinnias. Hang on. Bear with me. I'm still here with you. I have not left you at all. Craig has a big bucket of zinnias over here for me. And so I grabbed these orange zinnias too. And we're going to slip those down inside here too, because I think that's going to be a great addition to this too. We're just going to tuck them in between. Look at how great they look down in between there. Isn't that fun? Sorry I had to run away for half a sec to go grab these, but you know, I only have so much room down here. It's not like the studio where we shoot at Lowing Studio, and we have a big studio when we shoot over there, and that's wonderful because we have a big flower room and we have all sorts of stuff. But not here. Little spot for everything. Oh, you know, have I said it enough? Have I said it enough for you of what this smells like? It just smells so wonderful. I am going to put this in the living room, and I am going to put it on the table right in front of the television. And so that when Kel and I are sitting there at night and watching TV, we can smell the beautiful marigolds in this bouquet. It's just going to be stunning. I like that little punch of purpley lavender antique that is in there with those hydrangeas. The interesting thing about the pokeberries is that if they haven't started to ripen before I bring them in here, they're not going to ripen. They're not going to ripen in the vase. Look at that. Pretty. A couple of celosia down in here too. The coxcomb celosia. Just a little bit of added excitement, fun. You think? Yeah. I'm going with it. Yep. I like it. I have one more like that. It's a big, broad one. A big, broad celosia. Look at the stem is flat. Can you see? Flat. Look at how flat it is. I love that. Really, really cool. And it needs to go right here. This is the spot. I don't want him to drag that zinnia down in there. Oh, wow. Fabulous. Craig, thank you, Craig, my friend. Oh, you are an amazing, amazing flower farmer. We are going to give it a little coat of Chrysal Professional Glory. Just give everybody a little misty mist. Look at how pretty that is. Oh. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Marigolds, celosia, zinnias, hydrangeas, and a little bit of pokeberry. It's a fun flower day, isn't it? So I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you had your favorite drink today. Iced coffee for me. Whatever you might choose to be doing, send me pictures. I love to see the pictures of what you guys create, and I don't tell you that enough. So remember, the letter J at ubloom.com, ubloom.com, J at ubloom.com, and send me your pictures of what you create. I want to see what you're making. I love to see those things too. And keep your comments coming, because I love your comments too, and I love staying in touch with all of you. So hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you have the fragrance of flowers in your home and everything's wonderful. Until next time, keep having fun with flowers.